Today on News 10 at 9, a tribute grows outside a local TV station in Roanoke, Virginia. Friends, family, and loved ones mourning the loss of two journalists killed out in the field.
And 35 years ago today, it's the bomb that shook Lake Tahoe, how the FBI helped avoid tragedy. And
NASA's new storm monitoring system, it could help improve hurricane warnings. Those stories plus your forecast coming up. News 10 at 9 begins right now.
This is News 10 at 9.
Good morning. Thanks for staying with us. It is 9 o'clock. You're watching News 10. I'm Walt Gray.
And I'm Amy Caraba. Weather, we're already kind of heating things up. Leticia is here and for Rob this morning. Weather going to be hot today.
Yes, it's going to be another day pretty much like what we were seeing yesterday. It was hot out there, maybe a few degrees warmer actually for today. We are expecting triple digits in the Sacramento area. Taking a live look outside, it's a beautiful day out there. We are seeing some of that haziness due to the smoke in the area. Temperatures right now in the mid-70s for Sacramento at 74 degrees, 80s for Placerville, low to mid 60s for South Lake Tahoe. Calm winds here in the Sacramento area. Wind coming in from the southwest in Fairfield, so we are seeing more of a lighter delta breeze today, so that's going to help those temperatures heat up later on today. Yesterday we were looking at 99 degrees here in Sacramento, and today we are hitting 100 degrees. It's going to be hot and sunny out there once again, but we do have some changes coming our way this weekend. And taking a quick look at today's air quality, unhealthy for sensitive groups in the Sacramento, El Dorado, and Placer County. So definitely, if you are sensitive or if you have any respiratory issues, you might want to try to stay indoors today if you can. More information coming up. Back to you guys.
All right, breaking news out of Mississippi. An active shooter was reported on the Mississippi State campus about a half an hour ago. Now, according to tweets from the school's alert system, the gunman was taken into custody. A few minutes later, there are no reported injuries and no shots fired. We will continue to monitor the story and the situation, and we'll bring you more information as it becomes available.
A little bit closer to home, a developing story from Rancho Cordova. Sacramento County Sheriff's deputies investigating a shooting that injured two, including a 4-year-old. The shooting happened about 5 this morning. We brought it to you live. This is along Corretto Way near Folsom Boulevard. Police say a woman in her 40s was shot in the arm. A 4-year-old was shot in the back. Both are reported to have non-life-threatening injuries. No word yet on any motive or a suspect. Well, it was a routine morning assignment on tourism. Instead, that real-life horror that played out on live television.
A man shot and killed a reporter and a photographer in Virginia during a live television interview. Friends, family, and loved ones, they still are coming to grips with what happened. A tribute is pouring outside the studios of WDBJ in Roanoke. Now, dozens of balloons and flower arrangements were left there where Adam Ward and Allison Parker worked. WDBJ anchor Chris Hurst, he was supposed to be anchoring the news late last night. Instead, he was mourning the loss of his colleagues, especially Allison, who was his girlfriend.
I just can't believe that she's gone. I can't. Allison was the brightest light that I have ever met. She was the funniest, kindest, most beautiful woman that I ever met, and she just happened to love me back.
Yeah, they had been dating for 9 months. He says they planned to get married.
Photographer Adam Ward had worked at the station since graduating from Virginia Tech in 2011. He also found love at the workplace, engaged to morning producer Melissa Ott. It was her last day yesterday before she was starting a new job when he was killed. Adam planned to follow her, and yesterday morning, anchors found themselves not just delivering news, but a eulogy.
They would brighten up a room every morning. You know, we're all sleepy, we're all, tired, but they would come in and it was like gangbusters.
The other victim, Vicki Gardner, she ran the local Chamber of Commerce. She was being interviewed about tourism when she was shot in the back by the gunman. She is expected to recover.
A tough day. A lot of, for all of us, we're 3,000 miles away from that, but I'm sure, we've all been out in the field, and it's certainly, you don't appreciate how lucky we've been getting through days like that until you see something like that. Well,
and just for us in the business, it really, I don't know about you, I had like a heavy heart all day yesterday, today. It's really tough, especially when you're doing a live shot. People are always coming up when you're live on TV, and you don't really look that way.
Most people are friendly, some not. While the story dominated the news yesterday, there's one post that is certainly worth a read.
Yeah, a reporter from our sister station in Atlanta posted a blog about the shooting and, of course, life on and off air. Her name is Jay Watson. She imagined being Allison Parker, doing multiple live shots as a reporter. She's been doing, hundreds of them in 23 years, ignoring the person she sees out of the corner of her eye. And she reminds everyone in the business about one thing: the gunman is not one of us. A lot of people, this sort of became big yesterday with this blog, and a lot of people in the business, anchors and reporters, were saying, yes, good good blog, because he's not one of us.
A lot of people went to Facebook and Twitter and shared their thoughts. I think they just felt that they needed to contribute and at least pay some homage to what happened in Roanoke yesterday. Many people have been sharing their thoughts about what happened. You can read those. Maybe if you'd like, share some of your own comments on Twitter or our Facebook page, and of course news10.net.
Closer to home, some other top stories that we're following. A day after returning home from Paris, Anthony Sadler is back in the spotlight. The mayor held a press conference at City Hall yesterday. He received a hero's welcome. He and two friends, Alex Garlatos and Spencer Stone, subdued a gunman on board a European train last week. The international hero says he's grateful for all the support.
I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out. After such a crazy few days, it feels good to be back on American soil, but especially in Sacramento.
The priority now shifts to keeping Anthony safe as he tries to resume his normal life. He's a senior at Sacramento State. The Heroes Parade, that'll take place when the other two hometown heroes return home.
Tough times for some Yuba County high school students. A broken air conditioner has students steaming, as the problem may not be fixed for months. Yesterday, about 100 students walked out of first period at Lyndhurst High School chanting, "No air is no fair." They've seen people getting sick and teachers and classmates fainting.
In 6th and 7th period, that's like the peak of the day where it's most hot, and it's very hard to focus.
Dozens of classes are without air conditioning. The school says they'll start fixing the problem in October or November. In the meantime, they brought in exhaust fans. They've even dismissed class early on triple-digit days. Take a look at this. Big chunk of tree coming down, smashing two cars in Land Park last night. We told you earlier this week about trees scheduled to be removed to prevent parts of trees coming down on their own. Crews are still taking down dozens of trees in the area. It could take weeks before they're finally removed.
Well, 35 years ago today, it is the bomb that shook Lake Tahoe, Harvey's Casino Resort at State Line. It was nearly demolished in the 1980 bombing. 1,000 pounds of stolen dynamite blowing out the side of the 11-story resort. News 10's Dina Kupfer. She will have more on the FBI and how they prevented an even bigger disaster later in the show.
At the Capitol, lawmakers considering a bill that would waive community college tuition fees for former Heald College students. If passed, students who were unable to complete their degrees could go to community colleges tuition-free. This would also apply to any students who withdrew from the for-profit colleges within 4 months of them closing. Corinthian College, which owned Heald College and Wyotech campuses across the state, closed after financial trouble was revealed in April. And a plan to raise California's tobacco tax and regulate e-cigarettes is making a comeback at the state capitol.
Yeah, it's round two after an unsuccessful bid to get a package of those tobacco bills passed by lawmakers. Now, the bills, they will be discussed during a special session on health care. Advocates brought 7,000 signed petitions in support of their cause. The bills aim to ban tobacco from schools. It raises the legal age of sale on tobacco to 21 years old and increases the tobacco tax to $2 per pack. They also call for regulating e-cigarettes the same as all other tobacco products.
E-cigarettes are tobacco products. We need to regulate them as tobacco products because the fastest growing market segment of e-cigarettes are middle and high school students.
A cigarette tax hike needs about 2/3 majority vote to pass.
And a new field poll sponsored by the California Wellness Foundation found that the majority of Californians support a $2 tobacco tax. They also found that the majority of Californians support increasing the minimum wage by $5 per hour within the next 6 years. These are two topics that could very well appear on next year's ballot.
Well, in health, a possible flu breakthrough. This is interesting. Scientists say they're closer to developing a universal vaccine to protect against any type of flu. Time magazine is reporting researchers made a vaccine that's been successful with lab animals. They say vaccines will give lifelong protection, meaning people would only need one shot instead of a new shot every year. That might make it easy for you.
I think a lot of people that are going to get their flu shot are going to do it.
No matter what.
There's a lot of people that will have nothing to do with it, and I'm not sure that this is going to change their mind. People, take the advice of their doctors and do it, most of them. Other people feel it's corporate syrup,
and I'm not putting
that in my body. So that's pretty much how it usually falls.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We'll have to wait and see on that. The time now is 9:10. This is another interesting story. Bosses, they don't want you to hear, taking phone calls, maybe talking on your email. They don't want to hear you say that you should get paid for that, like you're on the clock.
At home.
Yeah,
at home. At home. That's the story. That's what a federal judge in Illinois is trying to decide. The case deals specifically with members of the Chicago Police Department's Organized Crime Bureau. A lawyer for the city says officers are supposed to file for overtime when doing work after hours. But the officers say they're often pressured into skipping the OT. The case could help draw clearer lines nationwide between when a worker is on or off company time in the age of the smartphone.
A lot of people work off the clock. They work from home, they check their email. It's hard.
You'll be home at night and you're booking guests for this show, and it's like, you feel like it's part of the job, or are you going to be submitting a little overtime for this?
I feel like it's part of the job if you love the job.
Right.
Then you don't mind doing it. That's how I feel.
That's probably how a lot of feel. I think that pretty well boils it down. Well, your time, 9/11. Straight ahead on News 10 at 9, the State Department's Water Resources offering ways for you to cut water use.
Yeah, coming up, just how much you can get if you ditch the lawn. We'll have that coming up.
Plus, it's 8 weeks long, and in best of all, it is free. Learn more about the Lean Up Wellness Program. Details after the break. 9:14. Let's check our state's drought crisis. The Department of Water Resources now offering rebates to help cut water use. It can be used to replace inefficient toilets and tear out lawns that can apply for the program. The state is offering $100 per toilet per household and up to $2 per square foot for lawn replacement. Head on over to saveourwaterrebates.com for more information. At $2 per square foot because you can get some decent artificial lawn for about $5 per square foot. So that's a nice little.
$2 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Or just spray.
That stuff there, that's that you're seeing, that's $10 per square foot.
Yeah.
That fake lawn.
That's really good.
That is unbelievable stuff that I found in one backyard. Anyway, over at American River College, signs that they are not doing their part.
Yeah, so here's the question. Do those lush green lawns demonstrate too much watering?
Video from a News 10 viewer shows a very green lawn at American River College. The man who told us about it wants to remain anonymous because he spends a lot of time on campus, but he says the school is clearly not doing enough conservation. A spokesman says the school is committed to conservation and is watering in some areas to save trees. It's something the anonymous viewer says could be done better with soaker hoses. Some students agree.
And here they're watering massive amounts of lawn with a few trees here and there.
We're actually following the same kind of game plan that's being used by the other Los Rios colleges, which is a 35% reduction goal.
ARC gets its water from its own wells, but says it's continuing to improve water conservation. They recently added drought-resistant plants. The school says they're open to suggestions to save, and they'll say it'll look into the video which News 10 obtained.
It's a pretty green lawn there.
It's very green. And, we talked about this. You're allowed to water 2 times a week, and you do all this. There's a lot of people who say, I know I can water twice a week, but I don't water at all. Look at the state capitol lawn.
Yeah.
They could water, but to set a full example, they're not watering at all. My lawn, and I'm sure, when you get your place, mine is brown dead, but once we get this El Nino that Leticia is talking about, your lawns will hopefully come back full. So, Leticia, take it away.
You know who the expert on that is?
Rob.
Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to talk about that next week. We'll wait for him. But for now, let's go ahead and talk about these changes that we have in the area. For today, we're still looking at warm temperatures. We're talking triple-digit heat in the area. Some cities could be seeing temperatures of about 100 degrees or so in the region. Taking a live look outside, it's a beautiful day out there. It's it's going to be mostly sunny. We are seeing, though, some haze in the area from those smoke spreading around the region. So right now we've got about 74 degrees here in Sacramento, 78 in Stockton, Modesto looking at 80 degrees, mid to upper 70s in Marysville, 63 for South Lake Tahoe. Throughout the day, this is what we can expect, about 66. We started the morning with about 66 degrees at 7 a.m. By noon, we'll be looking at 89 degrees in this afternoon and between 99 to 100 degrees. So pretty similar to yesterday, actually a little bit warmer. So today's high temperature is expected at 100 degrees in comparison to what we should be seeing at this time of the year, which would be around 90 degrees. So quite a difference there. Fortunately, we do have some changes on the way. So first up, we do have possibilities of seeing some isolated showers and thunderstorms south of Lake Tahoe for today. This is later on this evening. And then we're going to be seeing a low pressure system moving into the area. And this is going to bring us these changes that we're expecting this weekend. So first of all, we're going to be seeing cooler temperatures. We're going to see some cloud cover. And this system is mainly going to affect the northwest portion of the United States and the northern part of the state. As you can see, areas towards Redding and north of that. But we could be seeing some sprinkles here in the Sacramento region as well. Again, this is Friday moving into Saturday. So when we could be seeing some of that activity would be on Saturday here for the valley. All right, let's talk temperatures for today across the area. 95 degrees for areas like Placerville, Foothills, looking at temperatures in between the low to mid 90s. Some cities could be seeing temperatures in the upper 90s like Ione and Auburn. We're talking 80s for South Lake Tahoe. It's going to be getting a little bit cooler here this weekend with temperatures in the low 70s. We'll continue to see some cloud cover and again possibilities of isolated showers and thunderstorms this evening for the Sierra. 80s for San Francisco today, a little bit warmer. 85 degrees for Oakland, 90s for San Jose, upper 90s for Stockton, Manteca, and into Stanislaus County as well. Could be seeing temperatures really close to the 100-degree mark. Here in Sacramento, we are expecting to see about 100 degrees, 102 for Folsom, possibly 101 degrees for Roseville. And then we are cooling down into the mid to upper 90s tomorrow. Another warm day and then much cooler this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, with temperatures in the mid 80s. And we could be seeing some of those some showers here in the area on Saturday. Walt?
Okay, Leticia, it's going to be too hot to work out outside, so let's stay inside today. If you're looking for some motivation to get fit and healthy, and who isn't, how about a free fitness program? Applications now being accepted for the Lean Up Wellness Program. Here to tell us more about it, the director, Jesse DeHaven, and past program participant, Linda Sawecki. So, Linda, you were in a situation where you're probably working a lot, maybe not like working out as much as you would like. What did this program do for you? How did you get started?
It made all the difference, Walt. Someone suggested that I apply for the program, and Jesse considered my application. I was struggling with some chronic pain and lack of mobility issues, and I was a little depressed and hesitant to go to a gym, and I was very intimidated by the look and the ability of other people. This was a very supportive environment for me. It's not a competition. It's very instructive, and I learned a lot about stress management and how to eat properly and how to make a commitment to myself and fit this into my workday.
And it's free. You can't beat that. Jesse, what did you have people like Linda do?
We had people do all kinds of things because the most important thing is to find exercise you like. So this program is for all levels. So as Linda said, it's for people that are struggling with trying to fit fitness in, but also for people that are struggling with getting started, not knowing what to do, not having a whole lot of background, and maybe being intimidated to go to a fitness facility. So back here we have some of our torture equipment. We have our Bosu ball, our kettlebell, our foam rollers. We might be
That's right. Do it.
So yeah, that's a pretty heavy kettlebell.
What's the weight on that?
This is 18 pounds. So we might not start with 18 pounds at our lean up because again, you know, we start where everyone is. We start at your own level. So that's what I encourage everyone is if you are thinking about needing to get started, please go to our website at leanup.net and submit an application.
How big are the classes?
So the great thing about the classes is they're between 15 and 25, depending on the club, because we have 9 spare time clubs and they all run a lean up program. So I'm down at Laguna Creek Racket Club. So that's where Linda did our program. And we always have 2 groups. We have a morning group at 6 a.m. and then we have an evening group at 5:30 p.m.
So how is it free? If it's part of spare time and at clubs, how does that work?
Oh, people always ask about that. And we started this down because we wanted to reach out to our community members that would never join our classes. So 8 years ago, another trainer and myself, we started to say, wow, the people that come to our classes are already fit. What about those people we see at Target that are not getting into our club and might be intimidated, like Linda had said, to join a club? So I went to my manager and she said, yeah, let's try it. And our corporate director said, yeah, why don't we do it? And so Spare Time Club sponsors this.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
It's not, I know a lot of times it's like a free demo and then
This is the real deal.
This is the real deal. If you are accepted, everything is covered. You get an 8-week membership at one of our beautiful clubs, and you also get 3 times a week boot camp. You get a personal training session, and you get nutritional guidance, stress management. But Linda can attest to this. It's not free in the sense that you have to work. You have to work for it. You have to show up.
Once you get into the door. Again, deadline to apply is August 31st. Apply online, and it's at leanup.net or at a participating Spare Time Club. Ladies, thank you both for inspiring us. And remember, it's free for 8 weeks, but the workout is not free. You're going to have to really, really do it up right. We'll be back with more after this. A stolen dog has been reunited with its owner.
And trust me, it is such a cute, adorable, happy reunion. Look at the video. Lola the pug was discovered in England and reunited with owner Kate at a police station. You can see how fast the pug runs towards her. So cute. Police found Lola, the stolen dog, and of course 3 suspects. They're facing charges, but the dog's reaction, it's priceless.
Oh my gosh, any dog owner, you know, you come back from a week's vacation, or sometimes even just in the door at the end of the day, there's always that friendly face. You can imagine the pug is like, oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to see you again.
See, I feel like I get that reaction every time I come home and see my little dog Squish. I love it. It just makes you feel so great.
Dogs are like that. Well, a Florida homeowner says she may be forced out of her house because of her love for Disney.
Yeah, she really loves Disney. She's fighting her neighborhood's homeowners association for the right to keep the lawn arrangement. It's in the shape of Mickey Mouse. The HOA told her it doesn't fit the neighborhood's character. She was told she could keep the main circle, but of course, those Mickey Mouse ears, they had to go.
You may not even, you know, you're driving down the street and you see that. You're at ground level. See, that's a little higher. You wouldn't even probably notice that that's
I don't think you would notice it at all. You really notice the gnomes.
The gnomes, yeah.
The gnomes you notice.
Yeah. Amy's like, that HOA ought to be sweating the gnomes and leave the...
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, the flora and fauna away here. Well, your time right now, 9:27, straight ahead on News 10 at 9. At the Capitol today, lawmakers tackling the issue of drones flying near wildfires.
Yeah, a new bill that would allow firefighters to do something about it.
Plus, cash back for tuna? If you eat StarKist, a handsome reward for your wallet could be in order. We'll tell you how to get it next.
This is News 10 at 9.
Welcome back to News 10 at 9. I'm Amy Caraba.
I'm Walt Gray. Welcome back.
I feel like we've been up all morning because we have.
Absolutely.
We have. It's been a long morning. All right, our top story today was 35 years ago today. An explosion nearly destroyed a popular South Lake Tahoe casino.
2 men delivered a bomb containing about 1,000 pounds of dynamite to Harvey's Resort at State Line. News 10's Dina Kupfer has more on how the FBI helped avoid disaster.
We left the room in a very, very big hurry, and we grabbed as many things as we could.
August 27th, 1980, the explosion that shook Lake Tahoe. A day prior, 3 men plant a bomb at the 11-story Harvey's Resort at State Line. In a race against time, the bomb squad was called in, the casino evacuated. 36 hours later, that bomb was detonated.
We had to take a chance. We did, and the device went off.
The mastermind behind the bomb, millionaire John Burgess, a Hungarian immigrant and a war veteran from Clovis, California. He was attempting to extort $3 million from the casino after losing a fortune gambling there. He, along with the help of 2 men, delivered the sophisticated bomb disguised as a computer to the second-floor offices of the casino. The then Tahoe Douglas Fire Chief Bruce Knopf was the first to be called in.
Well, I was sick to my stomach. You know, I mean, you look at something like this and you say, you know, this may be my last breath.
Through x-rays, bomb techs carefully and meticulously studied the device for more than a day. Their attempt to disarm the bomb failed, and it exploded, destroying much of the casino and damaging Harrah's across the street. No one was hurt. Burgess was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. In 1996, 16 years to the date of the bombing, he died of liver cancer while behind bars.
All right, Dina, thank you so much. The FBI says the Harvey's bomb remains the most complex explosive devices ever created. A lot of new advances were made because of that incident.
Yeah, they couldn't you know, deactivate it. That was the whole problem. It was so complex that the experts go, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to have to blow it up, and that's what they did. But the gambler, the guy who blew the place up, he was down like $750,000. So he asked for $3 million back.
Wow.
I guess he wanted some with interest.
I mean, yeah, and, were they going to really say yes?
Didn't work out. So anyway, top stories we're following this morning as well.
In Roanoke, Virginia, people are offering their condolences after a reporter and a photographer were killed during a live broadcast. A moment of silence held today at 3:45 our time in the morning when the shooting happened. The suspect killed himself hours later, and management says he was an angry employee fired from the station 2 years ago.
A lot of viewers have commented on Facebook offering their thoughts, prayers. Many in the Roanoke community say what happened was like a death in their family. Be sure to share your thoughts if you would like on our Facebook and Twitter pages.
And turning to the concern over wildfires in the Northwest, this morning fire officials from Australia, they're on their way to Washington State.
Fire officials needing all the help they can get battling the biggest fire the state has ever seen. Just last year, the Carlton complex was the biggest wildfire that state hadn't ever seen before. The Okanagan complex has grown bigger than that. That fire is burning in the same area. Those who lived through both say that they've noticed big differences in the way both fires were fought.
I think the only benefit that came out of our fiasco is that they are fighting fires now. They're actually aggressively attacking fires.
The Carlton complex fires burned 300 homes. 5,000 homes are still threatened in this year's fire.
In our California wildfires closer to home, the Rough Fire near Hume Lake is now burning almost 56,000 acres. It's 26% contained. Almost 2,000 firefighters are working to put it out, and officials say lightning is to blame for sparking the fire last month. A strike team from Sacramento, they left yesterday to help fight the fire, and last night fire officials hosted a community meeting to discuss their plan with moving forward.
At the Capitol today, lawmakers tackling the issue of drones flying near wildfires. A new bill would fine drone users who interrupt firefighting efforts. If passed, they could have their drones shot down by fire crews. Owners would also be fined $5,000. Proponents say California needs new laws to handle the growing number of people who are using drones. This year alone, there have been 9 drone sightings at California fires.
And around the state now, a grand jury in Santa Clara indicted former 49ers defensive lineman Ray McDonald Wednesday. He faces 1 count of rape. This stems from an incident back in December of last year. The same incident also led to charges being filed today against current 49ers linebacker Ahmad Brooks. Now, Brooks was charged with misdemeanor sexual battery.
In Los Angeles, a car crashing into a fire hydrant, and it's a geyser that you don't normally see if you're bicycling down the street.
Wow, look at this. Wednesday's collision in Northridge sent water 25 feet into the air. Fire crews eventually showed up to turn off the water. There's no word if the driver was cited for the crash, but you can see in the video.
Wow, it's like mini Yellowstone.
Wow.
I don't see a million kids hanging around the fire hydrant, and that's normally like in New York City. They'll open the fire hydrants on a 100-degree day. The kids will, and it turns the area into a swimming pool. This maybe not so much. Well, questions about money have stalled a vote to bring the Olympics to Los Angeles in 2024. The city council was set to vote on the proposal that would give the mayor authority to take action on the bid. That vote was pushed back after city council members raised questions about potential debt and how the Olympics would transform the city. The vote could happen as soon as tomorrow.
To a consumer alert now, rather. If you bought StarKist tuna, you may be owed a little bit of money.
That's right. A class action lawsuit filed against the company has now been settled. And here it is. The man who filed the claim the company was underfilling the tuna cans. If you bought at least 1 can of tuna from StarKist between 2009 and last year, you can file a claim. You can get $25 or $50 in StarKist tuna. Now keep in mind, you don't even need a receipt, but you do need to swear under the possible penalty of perjury that you actually did buy some Star-Kissed tuna.
How would they prove if you didn't buy it?
Well, it's an honor system thing, and
we believe in karma very much.
What would you do? Would you take the $25 or the $50 in tuna coupons?
Neither. I'm not a tuna fan.
I would take the 50. I'd eat the tuna.
Yeah,
I mean, at least you're getting $50 worth of something. Anyway.
Yeah, something. All right, now for stories making headlines in the Sacramento Business Journal, part of our exclusive partnership with the newspaper. Plans are in the works for a new out-of-this-world shopping mall in Silicon Valley. These renderings you're seeing show 17 blocks of Cupertino turning into an orchard, a vineyard, new homes, some office spaces, retail shops, and over 3.5 miles of walking trails. Very cool. The cost of the project, about $3 billion.
Wow. And if you're ever looking for a way to give the gift of Sacramento, a new company may have figured it out. It's called the Sacramento Box. It collects things about the city and puts them inside a gift box. You can go to sacramentobox.com, pick what kind of a gift box you want to send, and then you can choose from 20 items to put into that box. Some of those items include River Cats gear, Blue Diamond almonds, and a Hostess treat.
Gotta have that little treat. Well, this is exciting news. 2 towns in our area, they're now part of a very exclusive list, joining other small towns like Martha's Vineyard.
Bloomberg Business ranked Truckee, Grass Valley 15th and Sonora 36th on its richest small towns in America list. According to the Union Democrat, Bloomberg looked at statistics including median home value and median household income. The paper was quick to note that while Sonora does have a number of wealthy retirees, the local economy is still struggling to recover from the recession. Topping the list was Summit Park, Utah, a very well-known ski town.
Yeah, Summit Park, really nice. I love Truckee. I don't know about you, but I like to go to Truckee as often as possible.
Well, there's all that, and then there's the Tri-Cities of Sonora, Columbia, and Jamestown, which is a great motorcycle ride. You need to tell your dad about that one.
Cruise up there.
You need to check that out. That ride there is pretty special. Well, your time right now is 9:39. Straight ahead right here on News 10 at 9. Maybe you've been there. A social gathering and someone is glued to their phone.
This is the worst. Ahead, what one study found about just how often people have their phones on them.
And McDonald's has rejected Burger King. Was there supposed to be a super sandwich? Well, it didn't happen or it won't happen. A McWhopper? McDonald's says no way. We'll tell you why.
Welcome back. In our tech headlines, most people have their cell phones with them to use at all times. New research has confirmed that. Now, the survey found 89% of cell phone users use their phone during their most recent social gatherings. And when asked if they think using their phone hurt the conversation, 82% said yes.
I'm sorry, were you still talking?
Yeah, I was talking.
My bad.
Are you on my phone, by the way?
Wow,
Are you looking at my pictures?
Some interesting photos on there.
Isn't that funny, though, when you do go out to dinner? It's my biggest pet peeve when people are on the phone.
I will tell you, I have a buddy of mine who's still dating, and he goes a lot of times on a first date. You know, he's talking, and they're all like checking messages with their friends, and he says it's horrible.
It's horrible.
He's kind of old school. I don't know anybody who would like that, so you know,
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I'm over here. Do you want to talk, or do we just eat and go here? You know,
That's when you just order drinks so that your friend wouldn't have to pay for the meal, and he gets out fast.
I'll order a lot of drinks. Well, another digital voice is coming to Facebook.
The social media giant is testing a digital assistant for its Messenger app. It's called M, and unlike Apple's Siri and Microsoft's Cortana, M can actually buy things and book reservations. How accurate will it be? That's the question. We'll have to wait and see.
All right, Tropical Storm Erica brewing in the Atlantic, hitting Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands today. South Florida already getting ready in case the storm makes landfall. Florida cities, as always, have evacuation plans in place. They're boarding up. Tropical Storm Erica could hit Florida by Monday.
All right, we're going to get a check of your weather forecast right now. Leticia Castro in for Rob this morning. It is so warm, but yesterday there was a little bit of a breeze, so that was kind of A slight little break?
Right. Yeah, today, well, unfortunately, that's not the case. We are not looking at some of that Delta breeze that we were seeing yesterday, so it's going to feel a little bit warmer today, and we're actually, we might be reaching 100 degrees here in the Sacramento area, unfortunately. And taking a live look outside, it's beautiful out there, but there is still a little bit of that haziness due to that smoke from the wildfires. Right now, we're looking at 74 degrees here in Sacramento, 78 in Stockton, Modesto looking already at 80 degrees. And taking a look at the current smoke particles, as you can see some of that, some of those smoke particles covering areas in the Sacramento Valley, northern San Joaquin area, and over towards the west portion of the valley as well. So in Sacramento, El Dorado, and Placer County, we're looking at unhealthy air quality for today. So if you are sensitive, if you have any respiratory issues, definitely it's a good idea to try to stay indoors as much as you can for the rest of today. All right, taking a look at the current temperatures for today, or actually what we can expect for today, 100 degrees. So in comparison to what's considered average for this time of the year, which would be about 90 degrees, quite a big difference. So it's going to be warm out there. I would say it's going to be hot out there for a lot of us. And taking a look at what we can expect for tonight, well, there are some changes coming our way, but we're going to start off with possibly some isolated showers and thunderstorms south of South Lake Tahoe. That's for this evening. And then after that, we have a low pressure system moving into the area. This is going to bring some showers into the northern portion of the country and affecting the northern portion of the state. We're going to be seeing some showers right into Redding area from Friday onto Saturday. We can be seeing some of that activity in the region as well. So we should be seeing some sprinkles in the Sacramento area and over towards the higher elevations on Saturday. So that's what we can expect. And along with that, cooler temperatures as well. I'll let you know in just a bit what we can expect exactly. But for today, 90s across the foothills, 95 degrees for Placerville. Some cities like Auburn and Ione could be seeing warmer temperatures. We're talking upper 90s, 80s for South Lake Tahoe during the next couple of days. We're down to the 70s by Saturday and Sunday, much cooler. And we'll continue to see partly cloudy skies throughout the next few days. Just a reminder, possibly some isolated showers and thunderstorms this evening. It is a slight possibility, but it does exist. A warm day for San Francisco with about 81 degrees, 85 for Oakland, 90s for San Jose, upper 90s for Stockton, Manteca, and into the Stanislaus County as well. 99 degrees for Patterson. Here in the Sacramento area, we could be seeing 100 degrees for today, 102 for Folsom, 101 for Roseville. So it's going to be a hot day out there. For tomorrow, another warm day, 96 degrees, so a little bit cooler. Saturday and Sunday down to the 80s with about 86 degrees. We could be seeing some showers in the area on Saturday or even some light sprinkles, and then cooler on Sunday. Amy?
All right, thanks, Leticia. Well, two local women rolled up their sleeves literally with this invention. It's called Poppy Clips. It started as a business with what, $5,000?
We started with $5,000 of our own money about 2 years ago, and it's just skyrocketed. Boom. We're national, we're in major department stores, and we're here from Sacramento.
I love it. Okay, so people are saying, well, what is Poppy Clips? So we're going to show you right now. This is so neat. How'd you come up with the idea, and explain what it is?
Okay, so Poppy Clips is a magnetic sleeve accessory. Jessica's going to demo it. Basically, you can just roll up your sleeves, put one side under, flip the other side over, and your sleeves will stay uptight all day long.
And it just pops on.
Yes.
You also branched out to boots. I love how you added it to the back of boots. I mean, you could put it pretty much anywhere.
You can use them so many ways, but basically we were seeing our Instagram followers clip these onto boots, and we thought we can do this better. So we made the magnets extra strong. We added a bow, and this is really what's taken off, is this boot version. And I mean, Leticia says there's an El Nino coming, and I think everybody needs to get their rain boots out and put some bows on them.
And look how simple this is. You can see it's just a little strap here. There's a magnetic on the back, and look, it just sticks here and it just snaps right on.
Isn't
and you
that
can
fun?
Change pattern, color, design.
Exactly.
So you have the board. Let's show the board here if we can. I mean, you have so many different colors and patterns. You've got different little buttons to add accessories. Where's the biggest? I noticed you're in a lot of Sacramento boutiques.
Right.
But what's the biggest? Are you seeing it on Etsy, online, in the department stores?
So we are in a major department store, 30 locations, but we're in probably 60 stores nationwide, including some local like Ryer Boutique on J Street, Katya's Collections. We also are online at poppyclips.com, and we have a huge Instagram following, so that's a lot of it.
Did you guys ever think that this was going to expand?
We hope so. That was our big dream. Yes.
We didn't want to just make Poppy Clips in in our basement. No.
I know. I mean, I love when people get an idea and then it booms, it blows up.
We knew we loved it. We knew that when we walked down the street wearing them, people would stop us and say, "Where did you get that?" And we thought we were onto something. So
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about it. So you can add it to the boots. Obviously, we can put them on the sleeves. I see you have a beautiful model here. She's got it on her arm.
She has it on her sleeve. She also has it on her boots. This blush color is great for winter. It's still light and bright, but it's very popular.
And I love that you're rocking the rain boots. You could pretty much add it to anything, though.
You really could. We showed on rain boots, but riding boots, anything that you want a little more decoration on, it looks great on. And so,
and even men, Walt could put this on his suit. It
So
would look
pretty.
with the bows. It would look fantastic.
I'm in.
I think it would look great. Go to the website. It's poppyclips.com. I know you just revealed your new fall line with the fall colors.
New website today. Officially launching on News 10, so we're really excited about that.
Oh my God! Well, thank you for coming on, you guys. And first off, congratulations. I love to see local entrepreneurs who are making it big.
Awesome.
You went from 5,000 in your sales now in 6 figures. Right. I mean, that's everybody's dream. You're your own boss. So
exciting.
Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
We'll link everything up to our website, news10.net. We'll have more right after this.
In our morning life section, we've all had those school lunches that maybe weren't like fine cuisine.
Yeah, maybe they didn't taste the best. Well, wait until you see American kids try school lunches from around the world. Here's the video. Listen in.
Oh.
She's spitting it out.
Oh,
that was a tough swallow. That was tough. Oh, that looks good. It's like brie cheese.
It looks good to you. Look at them. So India, Sweden, Japan, Cuba, all of these new cuisines they're trying to introduce to the kids. I know my kids are like, you know what, if it's not like ham and cheese or chicken nuggets or something like straight up.
They don't want it.
Oh my gosh, I'm not, ooh,
I want to
gross.
know what school lunch is getting brie cheese because I want to go to school there.
Yeah, absolutely.
For lunch, I mean,
and
wow.
And some remedial math while you're there. I'm all over
Maybe.
that. Also trending right now, what else do we have, Amy?
We've got a 20-year-old tasting Pepsi for the very first time.
Oh my God, is that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Now we're wondering, is this a marketing stunt or is this real video?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a Pepsi grassroots. Someone's never had, and it's changed her life. This is Leslie Villegas.
Yeah, she hasn't had the pleasure of drinking anything with caffeine. That's because she's allergic to caffeine. Pretty much never had sodas or coffee or any other drinks, but Wednesday her boyfriend introduced her to caffeine-free Pepsi and she literally started crying with joy. The thing is, caffeine-free Pepsi has been around for a while if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So why did it take so long to try it?
See, you're smelling the same rat I am.
I'm smelling the
Leticia,
rat.
do you think this is straight up? You think
You
it's
know
legit?
what? I don't know. I think that, yeah, I find the same logic. If non-caffeinated soda has been around for a while, why didn't she try it before? And then my other question is, why would she try it? Like, it's just not healthy for you. So
Yeah,
why?
well, you know, it's her boyfriend's fault, right?
She
Aren't
might
you guys? You guys are used to blaming men, so why
Oh,
should
yeah.
this be any different?
It's always their
right?
fault.
It's our fault. It's my fault. Well, McDonald's is rejecting Burger King's pitch to join forces to create a super sandwich. Burger King put out a newspaper ad Wednesday suggesting the burger chains work together to make a McWhopper, but McDonald's CEO says no. He thinks there's something bigger both companies could do to make a difference together. He also said, you know, next time Burger King has an idea like this, just give us a simple phone call so we can talk about it. You don't need to place a ad.
Yeah, I'm smelling a rat on this one too. All these marketing little schemes. If they really did want to do that, they would have called McDonald's. Then they would have blasted this great proposal that they're coming together to create this new burger.
And I wonder if the McWhopper would go well with the caffeine-free Pepsi. So there's it's all a big thing, isn't it?
It is.
It's just a big thing.
Well, NASA is working on a new storm monitoring system that could help keep better track of hurricanes.
Leticia's excited about this one.
Yeah, this comes 10 years after Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans. The new system is composed of 8 microsatellites, barely bigger than a carry-on suitcase. That's interesting. They're going to orbit the Earth and give scientists updates every few hours about developing storms, information about wind speeds, and also the surface of the ocean. So that's pretty cool.
Very exciting.
All this new new technology in the last 30 or 40 years. Originally, the military had all the high-tech weather stuff, and now Leticia and our weather staff has access to it, so this is just going to make it even better.
It is. Yeah. I mean, Hurricane Katrina, they just celebrated the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
It would have made a huge difference if they had more warning.
It was interesting with Katrina. It wasn't the hurricane that did the damage. It was the levee breaks.
The levee breaking.
So if the levees had been more secure, and Sacramento has just as big of a levee issue as Greater New Orleans does. So we'll see what happens with that. Leticia, last word for the forecast.
All right. Well, it's going to be hot out there for today. We're expecting about 100 degrees here in the Sacramento area. Tomorrow, another warm day, and then we're cooling down to the 80s this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, with about 86 degrees. And we could be seeing some sprinkles and some showers, not only in the northern portion of California, but into the Sacramento Valley. Could be seeing some sprinkles here in the area as well. So
it's perfect weekend weather. I love it.
All right, sounds good. Leticia, good working with you today. Thanks for pinch hitting for Rob. See you tomorrow.
See ya.